Yeah, diving was one of our passions, and in order to survive, we need to trust, support, and protect each other.
Oh, well, I guess that wasn't working. So, what I was saying is to survive, we must trust, support, and protect each other. That's a quote by me. Scuba diving was one of my passions. We dived into the cold waters of the Cape in South Africa, exploring wrecks and reefs, embracing the mysteries below. One day we were doing a boat dive. My buddy was Maria, a friend who had just qualified as a diver. We all left the boat, which is something you should not do. You should always leave someone on the boat. We left the boat and descended into the icy waters. Each buddy pair went their own way, exploring the depths. After some time, I signaled to Maria that we should ascend as my air was running low. We surfaced only to find the weather had changed dramatically. Huge waves made it impossible to see the boat or the shore. We couldn't swim back to the shore. The current was far too strong, and we did not have enough air to go and swim back underwater. So we just clung to each other as we drifted into the shipping lane, hoping for a miracle. My wetsuit has pink sleeves, so I just held my arm up, praying that someone would spot us. And someone did. This fishing trawler was coming back to harbor, and somebody on board saw something floating in the water and said, "Look, there's a boy." And somebody else responded, "No, it's pink. It must be a girl." Anyway, they realized it was people in the water, and the ship took a 90-degree turn and came to pick us up. They threw life rings overboard, and we eagerly grabbed them. We could not put them over us as we had our diving equipment on, so we just clung onto them as they hauled us up the side of this huge fishing trawler. Halfway up, I lost my grip and I fell back into the sea, narrowly missing the propellers. Thankfully, I managed to grab the ring again and was pulled to safety. I've never been happier, and I've never kissed so many greasy, smelly rescuers in gratitude as I did that day. Our friends returned to the boat. They saw the trawler picking us up, and they met us back at the harbor. Whiskies all around. Other diving mishaps that I've had included a runaway BC, where my BC, my buoyancy compensator, just keeps on taking air and starts pushing me to ascend at a speed that is not safe. I also lost a fin while clambering back onto a boat, and I lost my very, very expensive dive torch. Oh, yes, and running out of air. Mandy and I were diving on the Katzmaroo, a 32-meter wreck dive in Hout Bay. Low on air, I signaled to Mandy to ascend. I was almost out, and we still had our decompression stops to do. We started ascending, and I indicated to Mandy that I was now out of air and I needed her octopus. The octopus is a second stage on a scuba tank that allows you to share air with your buddy. Mandy responded with a thumbs up, meaning let's ascend, and started zooming to the surface, missing the deco stops. I couldn't risk getting the bends. You need decompression stops to give your body time to safely release the nitrogen that has dissolved into your tissues during the dive, and thus avoid getting the bends. Now, as I'm carrying a little bit of extra weight, it's even more dangerous. I have to do my depot stops. I could not risk getting the bends. So what do? I'm now completely out of air. I look down and I see bubbles. So what did I do? I swam down to the bubbles. It was my diving trainer and master, thank goodness. He saw the trouble I was in and he swam up to me and he held out his octo breather for me. I grabbed it and took a huge breath. It was blocked. He immediately gave me his mouthpiece and I slugged the life-saving air. His buddy came to our aid and I octo breathed with his buddy as we all ascended safely. Many cold beers followed as I reminded Mandy what the underwater communication signs actually meant. Out of air, let's descend. Give me air. To survive, we must trust, support, and protect each other. On a different note, my diving buddy Chris and I were doing a night dive on the Katzmaroo, and we had ascended, and there was this beautiful, huge, big moon on the horizon, and the dolphins were jumping in front of it. We just held onto each other in awe and enjoyed this magnificent show. A few photos of the diving qualifications and of the diving training that I underwent. Please do subscribe to my channel and please watch my other videos. We've got videos on my mission Mojo. We've got videos on finding your feet after failure. There's a lot of information to be had. So please click on the various videos and do share and watch till the very end. Thank you. Go well.